First of all, I wanted to thank you for joining the discussion. It's such a pleasure and honor for me.
No, it is an amazing opportunity. Thank you very much. And
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
And we have an experience of what is going digital is. Still not an easy connection.
Not an easy
but
connection.
Anyhow, it is a good exercise because looks like this one is going to be our future. And so we have to get ready for that.
Absolutely, I agree with you. So, how's everything in LA? How the things going in LA? And I hope everything is, is it getting better than before?
Let's say you asking me how is it in here because you've been cut off.
Okay, yeah, in LA, yeah. How the things in LA?
No, I'm not in Italy right now.
Oh, you're in Italy, okay.
Italy is terrible.
Yes, I know that.
My home and my office is we having the problem, but it's not that hard and terrible like New York. Let's say every business is closed except the essential businesses. People is still running around. That is not a good thing. Basically, they are suggested to stay at home, but the free spirit of Americans is suggesting them to go around to do what they have to do. That honestly is not good. Italy, for instance, is different because they have an obligation to stay at home. They pay heavy fines in case they catching them around. So it is something that is the first time that we do and we live something like that. And so we are not really mentally ready.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, because it's first for everybody and it's totally unexpected. And we are all of us are trying to find a way out, what to do actually. We are way out of this situation. So first of all, I really hope that all your friends, relatives, family, everybody is okay and healthy.
Yeah, let's say everybody is fine, including the staff of House of Gold, that is my office. Let's say I really care about my people. And so I order them to stay home even before the government in California ordered to stay home. So everybody is fine, and we try to do what we have to do to respect the other people and ourselves. I think this one is a moment of a big responsibility for all of us, and it is in our hand of every single person to help and to try to arrive to a good conclusion and to have virus going away.
Absolutely. So, what do you think of the situation? I mean, how is really it's going to affect all of us, because we are seeing massive issues going on. The stores are closing down, bankruptcies are coming, the supply chain is getting totally disrupted. So, what is really going to happen in the fashion industry, in the denim industry?
Let's say my feeling is that we don't really realize the size of this disaster. I mean, we know, because everybody knows what is happening. All the stores are closed. All the companies are closed. Everybody is trying to do our best working remote from home. But I think that we don't really realize the real consequences in our business of this situation. Let's say one thing, I'm part of a generation that for sure was not digital when I started my business. And so probably for my generation in some way to work remote is more difficult, especially personally for me, because I'm used to have a very physical contact with people, and also with my work, with the fabrics, touching the fabric, having the feeling, being into a fitting, correcting a garment. All this is something that is still missing totally. And honestly, working digital is something that we are learning today, but to make maybe not an appropriate example is like sexual digital contact that is not very satisfying.
Yeah, absolutely. But if there's no
Designing,
option, then that has to be.
yeah, let's say designing and developing our business in this condition is for sure very, very difficult. And for sure, we're learning also. There are also positive things, honestly, because we're learning that there are a lot of things that we did in the past with the physical contact that honestly they can be done digital, saving time, being more efficient, and putting a lot of people in the possibility to be connected. And this one is also great. Let's say also one thing that I have a clear feeling that this disaster is going to change completely our way of work. And we have some positive things for sure. But as I told you, we don't really have a feeling about what this situation is. Let's say my way of thinking today is the only button that we have in front of us is a button of panic.
Cool.
Now, button restart. And that obviously restart is our main concern. Personally, I think that the consequences of this, they're gonna last a long time. And we have, I think, a big to have a more responsibility. We've been fighting a lot for sustainability. We've been fighting a lot for a circular fashion. And we've been suggesting to the consumers to buy product in a more responsible way, suggesting the mills and the manufacturers and the brands to make products that are more durable and to try to change the attitude of the consumers. And today this one is happening. Honestly, it's not because us, but somebody else is pushing us in a situation like this. And but we have a big dilemma in front of us because let's say, I would say that in the next years, for sure, we're going to be down in our business at least 50%. I don't want to be too negative, but I have the
At
feeling
least.
that we're going to recover in a long period of time. And this one, from some way, we should be happy because it is the direction that in some way we've been pushing to go. But my thoughts are going to what the real business is. The denim business is being changing the social life of a lot of countries. I'm talking about, in particular, about poor countries or not developing countries like Bangladesh and Pakistan and China and Cambodia and Vietnam. And honestly, the denim business is being changing the life a lot of people. And now we are back into a disaster. So my mind is going to the millions and millions of people that they are already lost their job. And I don't know, because honestly, I don't have a formula, but I don't know how we can recover. I don't think that when coronavirus is over, we're going back to normal. It's not like switching the light on. And this one is going to be a story that is going to be very, very heavy. And I think we have to take this time for try to redesign the structure of our business and come with other options that honestly right now, to be honest, I don't have it. I'm using these days to think and think and think about could be another solution. I don't know, America, even if we have already 10 millions of people of unemployed, is still a very rich country. Still, the government is going to be able to help the people. Still, we have segments that they're going to recover quickly, and probably we can recover a lot of work position in new segments, and probably America has the power to reinvent ourselves. This one is a thing that is going to be much more difficult in poor countries, because the government, they don't have the resource, and the structure of the economy is still very primitive in some way. Because, for instance, I'm thinking about a situation that I know in Pakistan and Bangladesh. There are millions and millions of people that basically they depend from our industry. And the next job that we have as a leader of our segment is to try to find a solution. And in business for many years, we always found a solution, but this time, honestly, is something that looks to be right now bigger than us. I'm convinced that we have amazing people in our industry, and probably slowly we're going to find solutions.
Absolutely. It is a really very tough situation, and I don't know. I mean, if you are not able to think about solutions, then I mean, it is really very difficult for us to really think about solutions, and there seems to be no way out. But in terms of consumption patterns by the consumers, what changes do you think will happen in terms and the end of the consumer? What would they look for after this crisis?
Let's say is very honestly unpredictable. For instance, my friends in China, they telling me the stores are full of people, and people after a long period of time at home, they are anxious to be home, and probably the reaction for them is to go shopping again. And I'm not sure that this one is going to happen in other countries. For instance, in America, I have the feeling that what is happening is changing the approach of the consumers, and probably the consumers are more mature, and I'm not afraid, honestly, but I think that they're going to change the approach that they have to shopping. For sure, all the digital shopping is going to be booming, but I have the feeling also that they're going to reconsider the shopping in a more responsible way, probably buying less, buying better, and probably this rush to buy inexpensive product is going to change. And they're going to be probably in the position to using the transparency and using the information to consider better the way that they buy. That this one, obviously, on one side, is making us happy, because it is the direction that we've been pushing since years and years. But for sure, the dramatic change, fast change, is going to affect dramatically the structure of our business. And obviously that is a big concern for us.
Do you think fast fashion will move out? Fast fashion is going to finish? Fast fashion?
I try to figure out if I understand your question. And,
Okay, let me write. Let me write it.
If I understand you asking me if this one is the end of fashion or not.
Fast fashion, fast fashion. It's on the screen. Just see on the screen.
Let's say, in my opinion, there are two possibilities. One is that the buyer is going to be interested in new products that are giving a kind of emotion. Let's say fashion, in my opinion, is something that for the buyer is an emotion. You need to love it. And fashion is stimulating this approach in terms that the consumer is thinking that they cannot live without the new fashion. And this one, obviously, it is what designers are expecting and hoping that is happening. My opinion is that the market is going to change. For instance, what I think is, can be why the rule is that every 6 months we have to come to the market with a bunch of new products that really the market doesn't really need. in my opinion, we should change our method of work and to be more free to bring product only the time that we think that that product makes sense. You understand that my opinion is that we need more, also the digital approach is changing the rules because basically we can approach our customer anytime we want. We don't depend anymore from the runway, from the comments of editors, but we go directly to the customer. So what I'm saying is, if I have a new idea, I make it and I bring it to the market. But I don't need to go to the market with a collection that maybe is about another 40 pieces that nobody cares and nobody wants. And so we save in some way to more focus options and proposal to the market. The other option, obviously, is that the consumer is going into more basic and simple products, and is going to try to buy in that product something that is more durable, that has more value. I'm totally sure that is going to be still room for, let's say, any kind of basic, because we know that the market in the denim business goes from $19 to $1,000. Honestly, I think that this one is not going to be changed so much because I still think that there are many aspects or many different consumers with many different needs. But for sure, we have to go into something that reflects the real value of the product. I remember, because I'm considered like one of the persons that have been starting the premium denim. In the year 2000, it was enough to call a jean premium denim to sell it for $300. In this $300, we had a good offer, but we had also a lot of what I call fake premium denim, taking advantage of the emotion of the consumer that was not reflected in the quality of the product. And so still I think that there are different options. To be honest, I think that right now our job is to honestly to wait, because it's too early. We are too emotional in this time, and we need to have time to think about and to face the situation, how is it coming. For sure, it's one thing that is important, that our fight for a deep sustainability and a circular fashion is not over. It's part of the game.
And as well as we see the reports, we understand that this situation in some way will continue for at least 1 year. In maybe in some way, not so much maybe, but it will continue for 1 year or 1.5 years till the time we really have a vaccine. So do you think with so many people working from home, it will also affect the kind of clothes the people buy?
You've been cut off again.
Okay. Okay, I'll write it down for you.
Can you say again? Sorry, Sandeep.
I'm just writing it for you. So many people working at home. Yeah, I'll repeat again. So many people are working at home. How it will it?
I try to imagine your questions.
Yeah.
Today, a lot of people are working at home, no question.
Yeah,
And I'm sure that there are a lot of things that can be done digitally. For instance, that I'm part of the project of MyR. MyR is a digital platform that
absolutely.
allows us to design remote and digitally, and for sure is a very important point today, because probably for still a long time we're not going to be able to work normally. But also what I think is going to be important, all the efforts that a lot of people are doing to create digital platforms to substitute the trade shows. Think about, for a designer, I feel like mutilated on the fact that I don't know what the people and the mills are doing. I don't have a real connection with new products. Life goes on, and we need to be able to go to the next season and to work in the new product. And this one is also a very important segment that we have to take care and to make it work. And consider also that honestly we had the time to do it, because now obviously the spring season is gone, totally gone, in terms that the shops are closed, and probably fall is going to be also in a very, very difficult situation, because a lot of companies, they have financial problems, and they are not really able to put together a collection. But for sure, we're going to work again, slowly probably, and we have to go back in our business. Let's say, so we have time right now to think about our business and to be able to press the restart button.
That's true.
Probably it was not what you've been asking.
No, I mean, it is true actually. This is fact, the way things in this situation, I think we have to go for the reset button. You're absolutely correct for that. And what is your main advice to the industry, whether it is the supply chain, whether it is the retailers? Advice, what is your advice to the industry? I'll write it down for you.
Well, this one shows that in the digital communication, we have still a long way to go.
Long way to go. We have to make a lot of improvements. I was asking you your advice, your final advice to the industry. Your final advice to the industry. I'll just type it out again. Advice.
Sandeep, I'm not able to understand.
Okay. All right. So I think connection is not that good. Maybe we catch up again with you. Probably it looks like connection is not so good. So I really want to thank you for your wonderful views, and people are really happy to watch you speak and understand from you what's happening around. So I really thank you for everything, Adriano.
Thank you very much. I wish, first of all, to all our people and all the humanity to be healthy and pass quickly this period of time. Hopefully, we're going to be able to hug again each other. That is something that we really miss. And to find a way to make our business better for all of us and all the workers and the people and the poor people that today are suffering more than any other. Thank you very much and good luck to everybody.
Thank you, Adriano. It's a pleasure
Thank you.
and an honor. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.
I just wanted to thank everybody who joined our discussion with Adriano, and I'm sorry that somehow the connection was not so good, and we tried a lot. Still, I mean, at least we could hear what Adriano had to say, and I think, as he said, we all need to rethink our business models, and we have to hit the reset button, and we have to keep on thinking what we really need to do, because nobody is really clear right now what the outcomes of this situation will be. So thanks again, everybody. I forgot to thank you before I switched off my live discussion. I just wanted to come back and thank you, everybody. And tomorrow again I will have a discussion with my friend Simona from Amsterdam. Please join me at 4:30 p.m. Dutch time. So look forward to see you tomorrow as well. Thank you so much. My prediction, okay, somebody's asking me my prediction. So my prediction, of course, is that we are into very, very tough times. We are looking at huge fall in quantities of consumption of our denim products. And one of the things what I feel is that we might see some temporary increase in consumption as soon as this crisis is over, as people might want to rush over to the stores and they might want to rush out and reclaim their lost lives in terms of shopping, in terms of moving out and everything. So we might see some temporary improvements in terms of shopping after the crisis is over, but as Adriano said very correctly, we are looking at massive reductions in volumes of sales, and only something very innovative, something very out of the box, or something which we can create for the consumers might save the industry. So thank you, everybody, and see you tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Dutch time. Will Asian, okay, one more question is, will Asian demand be able to set off the loss of consumption in Asia and Europe and US? I have my doubts on that, because when you talk about Asia, major consumption centers are China and Japan, and of course India to some extent, but Japan is not really likely to see any increase in consumptions. China is coming back to its feet, and we need to watch it out for next few weeks how they shape up, in terms of how they recover their old lives. So we'll be able to understand better from them in next few weeks. And tomorrow, for the time, just Google 4:30 p.m. Dutch time. I think it is 8 p.m. India time and 7:30 p.m. Pakistan time. And we are going to put this discussion with Adriano in form of a video and an article on our site also. So you will get everything. Those who have missed it also will get it. So thanks again. And if Adriano is also there, I'll just thank him again for taking out time. And I feel sorry that the discussion could not be so, it could have gone on for a few more minutes, and we could have got much more views about the industry from him. But the connection was not that good. So anyway, thank you so much.